This story is one being retold, with small variation, using the same sentence to make a different point. The more and the less always lead to a further point. It is a matter of different and divergent narratives, as though to each point of view there corresponds an absolutely distinct landscape. One of the ways to get around the confines of identity is to work at someone's words, working the language that belongs to many others. This, after all, is one of the seductions of translating. It is a simple miming of the responsibility to the trace of the other in the self. The carnival ritual of decrowning the legitimate king and crowning a mock king may give more liberty of behaviour to those involved. The mimetic sculpture invites a spectator to adopt its position. For each sculpture that becomes physical, there are many variations that do not. It is difficult to canonize or close a series whose very character is centrifugal and disseminative. Writing commentary or notes upon imaginary books instead of explaining in 500 pages an idea whose full verbal exploration takes only a few minutes. Acting as if the book had already been written by another author, an author from another language circle, and as if wanting to plagiarize, summarize, and review the hypothetical book. A ship that returns to its port of destination after decades, after having all its parts exchanged throughout continuous repairs. An axe that has its handle replaced 5 times and head replaced 4 times. A gown in which there is no large piece of the same cloth, but an aggregate in various rags. Upon those who step into the same rivers, different and again different waters flow. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, and it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. That water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Scaffolding is a symbol of something being built or destroyed. Crystal still enjoys a good reputation, but marble has sunk to the status of the toy. Reading has never generated such swift-moving action as that of an interesting catalogue. The best of both worlds. Are not the many versions merely different perspectives on a mutable fact? A long experimental game of chance played with omissions and emphasis. With famous books, the first time is actually the second. We begin them already knowing them. The prudent common phrase rereading the classics is the result of an unwitting truth. Dialogue extends in both directions, and the previous work is as altered by dialogue as the present one is. It differs with each season. Every word has a history of usage to which it responds and anticipates a future response. This painting is only known from other paintings. It depleted itself of meaning, to act as a generative space of inscription. The more it is known, the more it is inscribed. Like co-production, format adaptations help reduce risk and uncertainty. In this case, by working with a format with demonstrated success. The most successful impersonators and double agents are those we don't know of. The hyphen is a silence made audible, that marked or unmarked space that both binds and divides. It prevents identities at either end from settling into primordial polarities, giving rise to something different, something unrecognizable, a new area of negotiation of meaning and representation. Hybridize or disappear.